In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I built a $2 million subscription business at 70% profit margins without taking a single sales call. In this video, I'm going to share my iPad and I'm going to walk you through the entire thing from start to finish. How we get subscribers, how we deliver, and how we ascend them into high ticket clients. Everything you need to understand about this model is here inside of this one video. And at the end, if you want my help getting this installed into your business, I'll show you how we can work together, completely optional, and there'll be no sales call involved. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know that this isn't just something that worked for me. Jess came in and signed 54 subscribers in her first week and added nearly $8,000 in monthly recurring revenue without sales calls. Kat launched, and within 3 days, she had 11 subscribers at $97 a week, coming in completely on autopilot. And Alvin's running at 73% profit margins and added $5,000 in recurring revenue in 7 days without taking a single sales call. All different coaches in completely different niches, but they all had the same model to get here. So let me show you how it works. And I'm going to start with acquisition. In terms of acquisition, we're going to be utilizing 3 different areas. Number 1, we're going to be utilizing paid ads. Number 2, we're going to be utilizing organic. And number 3 is we're going to be utilizing existing assets. What I mean by existing assets is your Instagram following, right? Your Facebook profile, friends. If you've got a free Facebook group, a school community, an email list, anywhere where you've got prospects that have initially raised their hand or showed some sort of interest in your solution. So we're going to be using ads, organic, and these existing assets, and we're going to be driving these people to something called the Subscription Vortex funnel. Now, inside of the Subscription Vortex funnel, we're going to have a 10 to 15 minute mini VSL where you're going to be delivering value, showcasing testimonials, and presenting them with your offer. And obviously down here, we're going to have some sales copy. We're going to have some testimonials down here as well. And the offer is, hey, you can come in and test this entire thing out free for 7 days. And then it rolls into something like $97 a week, cancel anytime, right? So when it comes to this, there are 3 different levers that we can pull on that's going to influence conversions and also acquisition costs. So the first lever we can pull on is the trial period. The second lever we can pull on is the pricing. And the third lever we can pull on is the cancel anytime guarantee. So you could run a free 7-day trial that rolls into $97 a week, cancel anytime, or you might want to do like a 14-day trial for $14 that then rolls into $197 a week, right? You might want to test having no cancel anytime guarantee and instead roll out a minimum term commitment. But what I would recommend when you're first starting out is validating this offer by number 1, having a trial period, number 2, having really good pricing, and number 3, allowing them to cancel anytime. So basically what happens is the prospect then opts in through that sales page with their name and their email address. And then from there, they are redirected to the checkout page to enter their card details and become a subscriber. Now, what happens here is if somebody opts in, right, on this sales page, they enter their name and email address and they do not buy on this checkout page, then we're going to be setting up a series of abandoned cart email sequences to drive them back to the order page to buy. Now, what happens here is magical because once they buy, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Dan, like they've jumped in on a free 7-day trial. We're spending money on ads to get these people in. We're going to have to wait 7 days to get that first $97 payment. And you're right. But what we do to liquidate the advertising costs is when somebody buys, now they come to an upsell page, right? Inside of this upsell page, we present them with another offer, and this time it's $197. If they say no to this offer, then there is a pop-up where we present them with the same offer, but this time we present it to them for $97. This could be a one-to-one consulting call. This could be some done-for-you templates, right? Something that creates speed and ease and convenience for the new subscriber. Now, from there, whether they buy or not, now they're going to be redirected to another page, and this is another upsell page. Now, on this upsell page, we're going to be presenting them with another offer, And in most cases, this is going to be a 12-week prepay discount. So essentially, we'd say to them, hey, look, if you were to pay $97 a week for 12 weeks, that would work out to be about $1,200. But on this page only, we're going to give you the opportunity to get this for 50% off. So you can pay $600 on this page and you can get 50% off your 12-week membership. And then we say after that, it automatically rolls into $97 a week. So this payment right here, this payment right here, and this payment right here not only liquidates our advertising costs, but in most cases, it ensures that we're actually profitable when we're running paid ads, which means that we're essentially getting subscribers for free. Insane, right? So that's acquisition. Now, in terms of delivery, inside of the delivery, we want to have a community where other people can congregate and support one another, share some wins, etc. We want to have some kind of course content for them to work through. We also want to have calls, and these are not one-on-one calls. These are simply group coaching calls that you might just run, once a week or twice a week if you're feeling generous. And then we also have group support. So there is no one-on-one support here. This is all support that is held within the group. And then on top of that, you might release, brand new content every single month. And what we call this here is we call it the Netflix business model. Netflix treats their customers as if they could drop off at any given moment. Think about Netflix. They've got so many TV series, they've got so many shows, so many movies, yet they are constantly adding to the platform. Why is that? Because they want to constantly keep their clients and their subscribers in a state of excitement and a state of anticipation of what's coming up inside of the future. And you might also have something called Member of the Month, where you can basically look at the most engaged member, and then you can recognize them inside of the community every single month. And you might also want to send them a prize, like a t-shirt in the mail or one of your favorite books, etc. So that wraps up delivery. Very, very simple. Now, in terms of Ascension, this is where the spice happens. Inside of Ascension, we want to create something called the ecosystem. What the ecosystem is, it is basically a series of offers that your subscribers can buy from once they're actually inside of your subscription. So inside of my subscription in Fit Pro University, we have a whole bunch of different offers for them to buy from. We have different one-on-one offers. We actually have 3 different one-on-one offers. We have one-off Zoom calls where someone can pay $197 for a 30-minute Zoom call with myself. We also have an offer where they can spend 2 days in Bali with myself in person. And we also have another offer where they can upgrade to one-on-one support for an extra $200 per week. The next offer that we have for them to buy inside of the ecosystem is we have done for you funnel design. So if anyone inside of the community doesn't want to design the funnel themselves, we can hand that off to our in-house funnel designer for a payment. The next one we have done for you marketing. The next one we have SaaS. So we also sell Go High Level to our clients. We currently have about 180 people paying $97 a month for the Go High Level account that we provide them. There is also retreats and live events if you choose to host these inside of your community. And the biggest one by far is something called the automated referral system. This is massive. Inside of your subscription community, what we want to do is we want to turn your subscribers into your sales team. So essentially what happens is you will have a opt-in form that is plugged in to your community. It's plugged into the course content. It's plugged in everywhere. And basically, when your subscribers click that link, they will be prompted to complete this form. Now, once they complete this form, they're going to receive a unique link via email. And anyone they send that link to who signs up to your subscription, you can pay that referrer some recurring commissions. And so this is a massive opportunity because not only are you getting new subscribers from existing assets, ads, and organic, but your subscribers are actually going out there, finding people that are a good fit for your offer, referring them to you, and they're getting paid handsomely with recurring commissions every single week or every single month, depending on your pricing model. Now, another thing I want to mention here is that for some of you watching this, you just want to go all in with a subscription. And if that is the case, amazing. You can definitely do that. I did that myself personally with Fit Pro University. But some of you want to build a subscription and use it to feed your high ticket offer. And so if that is the case, if that is you, then what we need to do is we need to set up some internal marketing systems within your subscription community, okay? And the way that we do that is basically we showcase results from your high ticket clients inside of your subscription community so that all of your subscribers can see what's on the other side and what kind of results your high ticket clients are achieving. And then from that point, we can actually ascend a percentage of those subscribers into high ticket clients. And so the way that most people market to get high ticket clients is they're trying to turn a lead directly into a client. And so what we do here with the subscription, especially for our clients who, have a high ticket offer and a high ticket program, we want to turn a lead into a customer. And then from that point, we turn a customer into a client. The customer in this case is a subscriber, and the client in this case is a high ticket client. Because when somebody comes into your subscription, there is so much trust built. There is so much connection established. They are sold on your methodology. They know, love, and trust you more than a lead ever could. And it is so easy at that point to ascend them from a customer, a subscriber, into a high ticket client. So just to recap what we covered today, in terms of the offer, okay, we can play around with the trial period. We can play around with the pricing. We can play around with the cancel anytime guarantee. And by the way, because we have a trial, because we have good pricing, because they can cancel anytime, this is what allows us to get clients through the door, literally 100% on autopilot, zero sales calls. I'm telling you, you literally wake up in the morning and you're like, damn, we've got new subscribers that have joined. Okay. Now, in terms of delivery, very, very simple. Once again, we have the community, we have course content, we have group calls, we have group support, and then installing the Netflix business model where you're adding, brand new content every single month. And then prioritizing retention and stickiness and connection by having something like member of the month, where you can recognize the most engaged member or the member that's been the most helpful, and you can send them some stuff in the mail as a way of saying thank you. And another thing I want to mention about the course right here is we actually want to gamify the course content, meaning all of the other courses are locked, and in order for them to progress from one course to the next course, they actually have to prove that they've done this in its entirety. And we actually get our clients to complete an assessment form so we can look over it, make sure that it's done, A, make sure that it's done up to standard, B, and then once we've done that, we unlock the next course, and we also make it known inside of the group to say, hey, congratulations, Sally Smith, you've now unlocked the build module, and then all the other clients congratulate them, etc. Now, in terms of fulfillment, very, very simple. Once again, we have the ecosystem. We need to have an ecosystem to increase the average order value per subscriber that comes into your world. And the way we do that is by having some other bolt-on offers for them to buy from. We also want to run the internal referral system to turn your subscribers into your sales team. And we also want to run an internal marketing system to ascend subscribers into high ticket clients, in this case, only if you have a high ticket offer that you want to separate from your subscription. So that's the full model across acquisition, delivery, and ascension. And that's exactly how I built a subscription to $2 million at 70% margins without ever getting on a sales call. Now, look, if you're a coach or consultant doing at least $10,000 a month and you've watched this thinking to yourself, I want to get this installed in my business, here's what I'd say. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll drop a link in the description down below. Just DM me and I'll send you all the info on how we can work together to get this built out for you. You don't need to book a call. There's no sales calls. There's no applications. There's no hoops for you to jump through. Just shoot me a message with the word profit and I'll send you the info and you can decide if it makes sense for you. Tons of coaches and consultants are already using this exact system to get off sales calls, automate client acquisition, stack recurring revenue that compounds every single week, and actually build a business that gives them their life back. So if you're ready to do the same, check out the description down below, and I'll chat to you soon.
Dan Suckling.
I want to talk to you about Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling. Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling. He is a marketing freaking genius.
What he teaches for paid advertising, because it is bar none the single most impactful thing that has led to just exponential growth inside my business.
I don't think people understand what he can do for you.
In my first month, I did 19K in the first month.
You know, my pipeline blew up.
Since implementing his strategies, I've tripled my monthly revenue.
The results have just been nuts. I had more clients come in this month than I ever would have imagined.
Dive into Dan's program. It's no-brainer.
And in the last 10 days we've been on Dan's program, we've made a little over $6,500 in sales.
We were able to go from 20, 30 clients to over 200 clients in a 3-month time period, which is just absolutely bonkers.
I promise you, if you have this guy by your side, there is absolutely nothing he won't do. He will go through hell and high water to ensure you get the result, okay? This guy's got a huge heart.
If you guys are struggling, you guys need to hop in here.
You will not be disappointed.
I would stop sitting on a fence and I would just get stuck straight in.
Definitely highly recommended.
Can't recommend it enough.
Best investment you can make.
I'm not sure what your alternative is, but he is the man. He will get you results. You just have to do the work. It's completely changed my life.